On the third day of Terramus, my cards gave to me a reading for Pisces. So if you didn't understand any of that, this reading is for you, my dear Pisces, who always wake up in a new world of your own creation, oftentimes, and it's a beautiful world to live in. So, dear Pisces, this one is for you. I have said it before in my previous videos that you may or may not have seen, but I will say it again, Pisces, I'm going to be taking whatever cards happen to fall out of the deck or that I draw because they seem interesting to me at that moment, and I'm going to take a holistic vibes-based approach to the cards. I'm also going to occasionally reference my Starman Tarot Guide for some suggested interpretations that might lend themselves more to the specifics of what your sign needs to hear. And then this reading is basically for you. I'm just interpreting it kind of, but also it's loose enough that you can make the connections that you need to in order to establish yourself, your goals, your needs, your wants, and make this reading more effective by implementing possible suggested changes into your own life. So without further ado, the reading from the David Bowie Tarot deck for Pisces. Alright, Pisces, so what we're going to do is whatever cards fall. I'm going to give you what the universe gives you. I've been trying to do, vaguely similar size readings for every sign. Capricorn's got 5, Aquarian's got 4 because reasons, but all these readings are going to be 3 to 6 cards each, because ain't nobody got time for a big massive thing. And this is going to take up no more than 20 minutes of a day because we're all busy, and I know we are. And Pisces, you seem to be very busy more than usual this time of year based on all the Pisces that I personally know in my own life, including my grandmother. She's a delightful woman. Some of these readings are a little bit inspired by the people I know in each of the signs, just a little. These two started falling out first. They're going into the pile. And let me see if I can't get 1 or 2 more cards for you, Pisces. What you feeling, Pisces? What you doing tonight? What's the vibe? Let's see. So I'm gonna try to upload 1 of these a day. You know what? These 2 cards are it. You get a 5-card reading, Pisces. Happy Yule. I'm celebrating the 12 days of Yule with 12 days of tarot readings for all of you beautiful people, so let's see what the cards have to say. What have we got? We have the Sun reversed, we have the 4 of Swords reversed, we have the Empress reversed. Whew, you got 2 major arcana already. You got the 9 of Wands, and you have the Hierophant. So let's break this reading down. Let's start on the Sun reversed. The Sun is a very bright card in a very dark space, and you got to be aware of this. However, the fact that it's reversed, all of the power of the Sun, the brightness, the warmth, it feels like it might be fading in your life based on what I'm seeing just from the vibes of the card alone. So what have we got to go off of here? What are we talking about? What's going on? I'm going to give you a quick interpretation. The Sun, the first little blurb about the Sun in this book is, I celebrate the golden opportunities that life brings. Life gives people a lot to go for, and I think this is a common theme with everybody, especially over the past few years, you're feeling burned out and maybe bullied. You feel like you might be being antagonized a little bit and that your inner light is kind of being diminished by people around you, but you need to take this into account and question whether or not you yourself are sabotaging yourself. You might have this so-called bubble that you've been living in your own mind, this world that you've made of your own creation that you wake up into every day. You need to analyze whether this bubble is about to burst and what's going to cause it. Is it self-sabotage? Is it actually that you're being attacked from the outside? What's happening? What is the pattern that is taking the metaphorical wind out of your sails? You are sailing on this vessel, water sign, but your positive, confident attitude can shine through, and I believe in you. So please, you can make a joke about it. Don't take it too seriously. Know that this is also going to pass, but also analyze that you're going to have to put work into making this pass. Feel free to laugh and lighten this up a little bit. The Four of Swords, I allow myself to rest in stillness. Maybe because of this sense of burnout, this sense of feeling bullied, you feel the need to prove yourself. Notice the inner eye on the stomach right here on this Four of Swords who meditates. Perhaps your appetites for either the physical or the psychological are getting in your way. Maybe your appetite for proving yourself is what's getting in your way and causing this self-destructive pattern that you have somehow locked yourself into, because you're leading yourself into physical and mental burnout with this self-destructive pattern. You have to connect with the people and things that actually matter in your life. You have to take time to actively seek out the advice that you need. Your mental and physical burnout may lead to chronic extreme stress, which leads to worse physical and mental burnouts down the road. So let your inner light shine. Be positive, because you can break out of this self-destructive pattern of chronically overworking yourself or pushing yourself to prove yourself. And the thing about that is that with the Empress reversed, your next card in your reading, it leads to this sense of unclearness, and that this free and easy life that you've had before may be really getting murkier, and you may be feeling yourself being more confused lately by your challenges. And the burnout that you're experiencing already is not helping, but you're pushing yourself too hard. And the more that you seem to resist or try to go around these challenges, the worse they're gonna get, because of the fact that you need to actually work on the root cause of the problem. What I'm seeing, Pisces, is that you need to work on the root cause of your problems in order to get the sense of wealth and prosperity that this card brings, with all of its rich colorations of like golds and reds and purples. You need to work to achieve that by stepping back, laughing a little, not taking anything too seriously, and trying to break out of these self-sabotaging patterns of overworking yourself. The good news is that the Nine of Wands, your next card in your reading, dear Pisces, is going to hopefully bring you some clarity of how to do that. I am willing to face my darkness and negativity, the Nine of Wands says. The Nine of Wands is about learning to build your strength and your resilience. Look at this Nine of Wands man fighting back against this blob of darkness on the card. You are strong and resilient people. Let your inner light shine, let yourself laugh, and you can beat this blob of darkness, this challenge that faces you, that you're facing. You need to seek your own freedom from your shadows by shining your light of self-awareness. The shadows in this case are the self-doubt, the negativity, the constant need to prove yourself, and these self-sabotaging cycles of overworking. I think you need to build your resilience and move around your darkness and beyond it, push through your weariness, and laugh. Don't take everything so seriously, Pisces. Please, I beg of you. You're not being bullied. You might be trapped in a cycle of your own creation where you're overworking. And the thing about overworking and burning yourself out is that the work you produce during your burnout is not going to be as high quality as what you can produce when you're happy. So with a little resilience and a little laughter and a little rest, you can come back and regain prosperity. And finally, your last card, dear Pisces, the Hierophant. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I never learned how to pronounce that word. The Hierophant, though. I'm going to go with it. I am the teacher of universal laws, says the Hierophant. And he does look like a powerful mage. You have a lot of wisdom, Pisces. You have this golden opportunity to show the world what you're made of. You have this wisdom, you have this strength, you have this charisma, you have this positive attitude. And the thing about that is you need to be putting that to use in order to be able to figure out what is at the root of this self-destructive loop of overworking yourself. You need to take care of your spiritual knowledge. You need to awake yourself to your greater understanding. You need to pay attention to the details to get to the root of the problem. You need to meditate regularly, maybe. Step back. Take time for yourself to meditate. Figure out what the root cause of your problem is. Find a way to laugh. Come up with this. You'll find a greater sense of belonging once you've done this, and you'll be able to break out of this incredibly toxic cycle of overworking yourself that you've put yourself into. With the power of positivity, dear Pisces, you will be able to wake up into a whole new world tomorrow, and a world that is better. Please take stock of the details, take root of the notes of your problems, like take note of the roots of your problems, there we go. And I would say take time to recharge from this sense of burnout that you're feeling. You don't have to prove yourself. And it's important to know that you don't really owe anybody to prove yourself. You are your own person worthy of value, and you have such a light and positivity that goes with it. You have such laughter and joy in your existence, and you need to channel that. You need to channel this wisdom, this laughter, this joy in order to get your end result of getting your prosperity and your happiness exponentially back and improved. Thank you for coming to this reading, Pisces.